Howdy everyone. As the title suggests, this is just going to be a video showing how I did a DIY job to get rid of the stock license plate mount and attached it to the fender, as well as replaced these front turn signals with the smoked out LEDs. The biggest thing, I mean, these came through Amazon, and I'll post a link, but these just came with the incandescent base with a small wire that you then just kind of put it in there and then pop that smoke lens on front. I'll probably do the same for these back ones eventually, probably the next purchase. But the thing that took the most work was actually this, and I really just did a DIY job because I looked at so many aftermarket places that were offering mounts for that, and most of them were, in my opinion, unnecessary. But I was still looking at getting them because I know you need a license plate light. Well, thankfully I went onto a Facebook group and someone kind of mentioned these right here, and what these are LED license plate bolts. So those count as my license plate light. Well, once I found those, I realized I really don't need some fancy mount. I mean, what you're doing is you're drilling through the fender still. You're still putting 4 screws through it, and at a certain point you really don't need to spend 120 bucks or something on a mount, when what you can see what I did was I've got some heavy duty double-sided tape, but I just didn't take off the sticky part on the other side. So I've got that protecting the paint on the fender from the back of the license plate itself. And then behind each screw, I've got some shrink wrap that I just drilled a hole through and used that to protect it. And of course, all these screws are Loctited. And really, it really wasn't that hard just to get it to mount. The wiring is nothing fancy. You can see I've got the wire that comes over here, and then I've got an extra screw on this bottom, I should say an extra nut on this bottom bolt that I then wrapped it around and zip tied it so I didn't have this hanging down low, and then ran that back and zip tied it to the side piece that these 2 strut bolts actually go into. And then of course it's just run all the way to the front and using that same plug. And I mean, to me it looks good. I really like that it shows off that back tire now, makes it look a bit meaner. But let's turn the lights off and turn the bike on. Alrighty, so I've got the lights turned on now. You can see those license plate lights, not crazy bright, but bright enough to not get me immediately pulled over for not having license plate lights. Those are the stock brake lights. I'm going to replace those with the same brand as up here. I'll post the link in the description below for both the license plate lights and these LED turn signals. Nice and bright. I mean, installation of these is literally just changing a light bulb. They do blink amber. Nice and attention grabbing. So I'll post some pictures at the end of this video of sort of the process of how I sort of mocked up where I wanted this and things like that. And as you saw in the picture or in the video earlier, this is a DIY job. I just really didn't. I like that bare look. I didn't see the point in spending 100 and something bucks on a mount that does literally what you can do with some rubber and a drill. So y'all have a good one.